All safety. Today we'll be answering a few questions about the seasonal affective disorder. Before that, I would like to say that I'm so glad to receive the United Kingdom's suggested protocol for the COVID-19 vaccination. I'm so hopeful that this will be the start of the end of this global pandemic, and we will all in this world will be back on track. So back to the seasonal affective disorder. Actually, it's a kind of depression. That depression usually starts and ends at the same time each year. Usually starts at the first of the fall and goes on during the winter months, and there will be kind of mood improvement during the sunnier days of the spring and the summer. We have also another version of the seasonal affective disorder, which is called the summer depression. Usually symptoms start at the spring and summer. So what are symptoms of the seasonal affective disorder? There is a lot of symptoms, and the first important one actually is that there will be a depressed mood almost all of the day, almost all days of the week. Then we will have reduced interest in activities that we were once enjoyed. There will be also reduction in concentration. There will be reduced physical energy and psychic energy also. There will be a change in sleeping pattern, as well as there will be change at the appetite pattern. Some change also will be noticed at the weight. We may also have a kind of feeling of worthlessness and hopelessness. We may have certain thoughts of self-harm and sometimes even suicidal thoughts. So, what are symptoms that are more specific actually to the winter depression? First, we will have increase in sleep. Second, we will have increase in appetite. We will have also a weight gain, and there will be craving for carbohydrate food, and we will have also reduced energy. Symptoms that are also specific for the summer depression will be reduced sleep, actually, reduced appetite, reduced or reduction in the weight, and we will have a kind of agitation. It's worth saying that if we have a previously diagnosed bipolar affective disorder, there will be a kind of flaring of the mania or hypomanic symptoms during the spring and summer, and there will be an increase in the episodes of depression during the winter summer, during the causes of the seasonal affective disorder. Of worth saying, disturbance in the circadian or the internal clock or the biological clock actually, because of the change in the sun lighting, will affect that state actually, and will contribute to the formation of the seasonal affective disorder. Also, we may have a kind of reduction in the 5-hydroxytryptamine or the neurotransmitter, the so-called serotonin, and that reduction will cause and contribute to actually the biological formation of the seasonal affective disorder. Also, we may have change in the melatonin serum level, which is directly related to the sunlight's issues. So, what are risk factors for the formation of the seasonal affective disorder? Actually, the first one will be the family history, strong family history of other relatives to suggest the occurrence of seasonal affective disorder in others. The second one, a pre-morbid history, actual depression or bipolar affective disorder, generally will be a risk factor for the formation of seasonal affective disorder. And the third one, which is also an important one, being far away or far north or far south or away from the equator, that will contribute to the formation of the seasonal affective disorder. So, what are also complications of the seasonal affective disorder? The first one will be, of course, a reduced level of activity. We will be in a low functional state actually during the episode of depression. We may have also an increase in the thoughts of self-harm, as I previously mentioned. Also, there will be maybe an increase in the substance abuse. So we need to take care of that. We need to put all of question marks about the seasonal affective disorder, as it's also a very important factor during the winter time or the summertime, if there is a version of the seasonal affective disorder, the summer depression. We usually manage the seasonal affective disorder. First of all, we need to exclude other biological issues. We need to do complete assessment, physical examination. We need to do also a kind of certain lab tests. Sometimes we may need to do certain kinds of radiological investigations, whether structural and functional radiological investigations. Sometimes we need to do psychological assessment of the client and the people who surrounding the client. And after we put the diagnosis of seasonal affective disorder, we need to go to the management. the biological management and the biopsychosocial management of the seasonal affective disorder. And here we go with the biological interventions. We may use the antidepressant agents. There is some evidence for the antidepressant problem. We may use that. Also, other antidepressants are sufficient to tackle this issue. We also need to do kind of psychological interventions for clients. And of course, saying here that sometimes we use the light therapy actually to increase the mood of clients who are suffering from seasonal affective disorder. And we need also to do a kind of change to the environment where clients are located in. For example, we need to put more and more lights in. We need also to do more and more physical exercises. We also need to socialize with others. This issue is very important. We all know during the winter time there will be a kind of social withdrawal. So we need to go back and to re-socialize, as that will give us a very good psychosocial support, and that will contribute to the general clinical improvement of cases with seasonal affective disorder. So if you have, or if you do believe that you may have a kind of seasonal affective disorder, it is very important to consult with your close psychosocial team. That is a very important note. I wish you all safety, and I will be answering other questions in the upcoming videos. Be safe and take care.